across a Facebook post that said the looks don't make her a 10. And I thought about it. I didn't think about looks not making her a 10. I already know that. But I also thought about what else that men put women on a pedestal for. And I came up with the conclusion of sex and looks. Now, before I make this video, I just want to say nothing really, to be honest, and this is the honest truth. Before I make this video, because I already know people are going to say that I'm hating and this and that and blah blah blah. You can't get a woman, man. I got money. I can get a good looking woman. She might not love me, but I can buy a good looking woman, and that's what we're gonna get into. Just hold on tight, because I'm going in on this video. But anyways, I stumbled across a Facebook post, and it said this, and it just jarred my brain, right? Now, before I make this video, I want every woman that looks good, which is subjective. Every woman has beauty, honestly. Just because I might not think a woman looks good doesn't mean that she doesn't look good to the next person. Doesn't even mean that she doesn't look good. But that's not even the point, right? Because I know people are going to say, that's just hating. That's why he made the video. By the time I'm done with this video, you're going to clearly see that it's not hating. And I just want to say that if you are a very good-looking woman by the public demand, right, and you are a good woman, nobody's fucking with you. So I'm not here hating on you. I'm just telling you the truth, that your looks alone do not make you a 10. They just don't. Number one, the first problem is from like 21 to 35, right? 21 to 35. Actually, it said her looks don't make her wife material. So I'm going to change that title later. But from 21 to 35, right? Once she gets like 35, even if she's still good looking, she could be Janet Jackson, whatever. If she only used her looks to get men, she's done. Why is she done? Because there's younger women now, and she doesn't see. When men become older and more wise and actually grow the fuck up, right? They actually want more in a woman than looks. So if you are a woman that only offers looks or only relied on your looks all your fucking life, looks and sex, my bad, I forgot to throw that in there, right? And once the men grow up, right, you're not going to have no option other than to date down in age. You know how a lot of women will say they're only messing with the younger women because blah blah blah. A lot of that is true, but a lot of that is men not want. A lot of that is sometimes men feel like they preserve themselves and women didn't, and then a lot of it is women understanding the competition is the younger women. And they know that the men that their age will look for them now. Because a lot of those women, the reason why they're not with somebody by 30-something is because they don't know how to cook and things like that. They don't know how to do things that make a woman a woman. Or if they do know how to do it, they don't care to do it. They don't care to make a man happy. It's all about them. So that's probably why by the time they like 30-something, right? They're not in a relationship. You can say that about a guy, but remember, men are the gatekeepers to relationships. So usually if a guy is in his 30s and single, and let's just say he looks like he got things going on with himself, he's probably doing that by choice. But a woman, nah, because men got to come up to them. And men offer the relationship, right? Just like a woman offers sex, right? Or gatekeepers to sex, my bad, right? That'd be like me saying a woman is celibate. A good-looking woman is celibate because nobody wants to sleep with her. That's bullshit, right? But my point is this. The problem is when they rely on their looks and men glorify their looks and men let them get away with just giving out looks, they don't learn how to become real women. For a man, they might be a real woman. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna sit here and say because they don't know how to take care of a man that they're not a real woman, even though that is part of being a woman. Let's really be, if you really want to be technical. But let's just throw that one out there. Let's give them a pass on that. I'm not saying that they're not real women because they don't know how to treat a man and take care of a man, right? But to a man, he's not gonna want that. Your looks won't be enough. You could be, example could be why Jay-Z picked Beyonce over some other women that he might have found more attractive. Yeah, maybe they was, but look what he picked and why. Look how much more she offers. She understands how to take care of a man. A lot of these females don't understand that. All they understand is put on makeup and look good. And the reason why they do, and I'm not blaming women, for real, because if it's really you men that give them the gratification. You put them on a pedestal just because she look good or because of sex. See, men could cry all day long about women this, women that, women. But it's us men who are saying, you know what, I don't want the woman that got wifey qualities because she doesn't look as good as this one over here who does have zero wife qualities. But she looks better, so I'm gonna pick her. That's what men are doing. It's no different than what women do when it comes to husband material. What they do, they put them on a back burner 9 times out of 10 and go chase the dude that's ignoring them and all this other shit. The dude that's in a life of crime or some shit because it's exciting, right? Because the woman's younger in the mind, right? But when a woman becomes more mature, she don't choose bad dudes no more. You wouldn't think. If she still, and we're not talking about age, because she could be an older woman and still pick bad dudes that are bad for her, which means she's not mature in that department, my bad. Y'all men think that sex and looks makes a woman a 10, and that's why most women, not all, but most women, especially if they look good to a lot of men, put it that way. That's why they're not really quality females, man. I'm being honest with you. I'd rather have a 7 that doesn't mind cooking and doesn't mind giving me the energy I give her back versus a 10 that is all about her and when she's done with you and discards you, she's on to the next if she's not already doing it behind your back. Because all she plans on bringing to you is looks and sex. She don't plan on putting no type of other energy in you. None. It's all lies and smoke and screams. But they are able to get away with it because why are they able to get away with it? Because men pedestalize looks and sex. You think that's what makes a woman a 10. And sadly, so do some of these women. Or should I say females? Because if you think your looks make you a 10, you're clearly not a woman. Your mind is clearly not a grown woman. It can't be. Can't be, because you would understand, wait a minute, let me add more to this. I ain't gonna lie though, if you're a good looking woman, right, and you got all these woman qualities, you're winning. Nobody can fuck with you. But how many of them do it? Exactly. And you know why they don't do it? Because y'all men put them on a pedestal. You see a woman look good, you bow down. And that's why you're not going to get a good-looking woman anyway. You can't do that with good-looking women. You know what I mean? Men doing that to them every day of their fucking life. Everywhere they go. Everything she's done in life and got in life is because she looked good. Not all of them, though. Some, like I said, the ones who actually try to be real women and they look good, nobody's fucking with that. I don't see how you can fuck with it. But the problem is, most of them understand I don't have to do that because I look good and men tell me I look good every day, so I'm not going to add to my qualities. I'm a handsome man, but as a man you can't get away with that. However, with money you can. Let's say this. Let's hypothetically say you got money as a man and you say, you know what, this money gets all the women I need. I don't got to do nothing else. I don't have to add anything else to my armor. Eventually what's going to happen is Women are going to get older and they're going to demand more out of a man, and you're going to fall by the sword. You're not going to be able to attract those women anymore because you got a car or because you got money. The only ones you're going to be able to attract is the younger ones that don't know no better, right? And guess what? That's a problem for you because they're there for the wrong reason. So you're done. You missed your wife, basically. It's no different, man. That's why they use their looks to their advantage because they know that y'all prioritize that. That's why when a man starts talking like he got some brains and she got brain more than looks and sex, she's not even gonna fool with you. She's not gonna fool with you unless she's a good woman, of course, then, because she's not trying to run game. But if she's a female trying to run game and she sees that you understand that looks and sex ain't everything about a woman, she's not gonna fuck with you, dog. She knows she can't get nothing off on you, which is a good thing. That's why men need to stop prioritizing looks and sex. Don't you want all the women that are full of shit to flee and not be around you, basically? Why would you want all the snakes to come your way? I don't care if it's a beautiful snake or not. It's still a fucking snake. I don't want it around me at all, right? Ain't nothing like a solid ass female, man, that actually wants to take care of a man. You know, a lot of y'all men settling because you stuck on this looks and pussy thing. You think that's all. And the crazy thing is, you can have a woman that got looks and pussy and everything else to offer you, but you're too dumb to see it. Because all you look at when you look at women is those two things. Am I saying get with a woman you're not attracted to? No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is don't get with one just because you are attracted to them. And why the fuck is this dude out there like that? They tripping. But you know what? A lot of this is gonna go over a lot of women's heads because they're gonna straddle the fence as long as they can keep getting men to comply by just giving that, just put on makeup. That's all I gotta do. You know what I mean? Or just give you a little sex sometimes. And the problem with that sex thing too with y'all men is this is how you get caught up in bad relationships or when women start running you. You know what I'm saying? Because you prioritize sex. Now she can use it against you and control you. But if you didn't prioritize sex, you probably wouldn't have picked that woman anyway, because you probably would have seen the characteristics of her. Versus picking characteristics that are good in a woman that would never try to control you with sex and all this crazy ass shit. Right? But this is how y'all get caught up with the wrong women, man. Because off the dribble, everybody likes sex and everybody likes somebody that looks good. That's not the point. The point is you still got more weeding out to do. You got to dig deeper than that. All these basketball players, a lot of them, why they getting divorced, you know what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because they seen a woman that looked good, and that was it. Of course, she probably deceived the dude. I get it. But if you really are looking for other things in women, there's no way she can't deceive. The red flags are going to be there. She can only hide so much. But if you traumatized by looks and sex, like, I'm in a daze, well, then you won't get played. And you deserve to get played because you shouldn't be looking for just that in a woman anyway. That's real talk. When it comes to women, you shouldn't just look for looks and sex when you're dealing with them. I'm just being honest. I ain't say you gotta marry them, all that shit. I ain't even say you gotta commit. But even if you just sleeping around or y'all just want to sleep around and kick it, you should only be around people who are good people, man. So you should be already screening that shit out. What type of person they are. And if you are a woman that so-called lacks in looks, enhance your looks. Do things. Go to the gym, eat better. If you can't go to the gym because you got kids, eat better, right? Do things that enhance your beauty, not for a man though. That's the plus, but for yourself. So you'll feel good about yourself. So you'll feel beautiful, right? You deserve it. Step by step, day by day. Take your time. But beware, because when you do this, You're gonna have a lot of men come at you that are only liking you because of what you look like. Or physically. They only like you physically, meaning sex and looks, right? So sometimes women will feel like, well, the good looking women are lucky, or looking at all the men they got. Yeah, that could be true to a certain extent. But you gotta remember, those women, a lot of those, yeah, they got more men at them, but it's for the wrong reason. It's not for that woman. That's like a man can have $1 billion, all these women around him, you know, but is it for him or is it for the $1 billion? Because when it comes to a woman's looks, men hold that on a high level, you know what I mean? A high regard, I guess. Sex too. But it does not make a woman wife material. You know, a lot of these women, they think just because I look good in a picture and everybody likes my picture that I'm wife material. They really believe that. And these are the women that you must avoid. Why? Because they think that just looks alone is enough for you. As a man, you my husband. Saying from a woman's perspective, right? You her husband. I'm just going to give you looks and sex, and sometimes I'm not even going to give you that. Because once I got you, I'm going to stop looking good. Ain't that some shit? That's another thing why I bring that up. You marry a woman because of looks and sex. Now, once she got you, she don't want to look good. She don't want to get dressed up for you or sleep with you as much. What you got now? What you got? I hope you got a good woman that you can stand and like her company. Because if not, you're fucked. Don't let her be a poor decision maker and all this shit. And you got a kid by her too and all that. Y'all don't get it, man. Y'all, when men just pick a woman off of looks and sex, man, you're settling like a motherfucker, man. You're settling, man. That's not even a fraction of what a woman is. It's not. That's no different than a woman saying, he's 6'5" and tattoos, I'm all in. That's what y'all men are doing. Literally, man. I get it, man. You want a woman that looks good. I get it. You like sex. Every man does. But if you try to find a woman, you gotta be way more careful than this. And if you are a woman, you know, let's say the world don't say you look as good. Don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing, because the older men get and the better men are going to actually pick women for the right reason. So actually, you're kind of winning, because you're capable of doing shit that other women ain't capable of, because all they learn how to do is rely on their looks. But you got to remember and keep in mind that men with small minds, right? Even if they're attracted to you, right? You gotta remember, men with small minds are still gonna only pick women based off of looks and sex, but you don't want them anyway. Just like I wouldn't want a woman that says 6'5" with tattoos, right? Let's say I'm 6'5" with tattoos, and that's why she picked me. Or let's just say she picked me because I'm black. Do you really think I want a woman that would pick me just because I'm black? Do you know what that means? That means anybody else that's black has pretty much got a good shot. She didn't pick me because I'm different than every fucking body in the world and I'm me. That's not why, right? So if you're a woman and you got a fucking model, that's fine. Just enhance your looks, right? So you can feel good about yourself and keep it's kind of a blessing in disguise sometimes, because a lot of those women, they learn more qualities as a woman because they had to. You know what I'm saying? But now all they got to do is enhance their looks and add the other shit they got. Those other women that just offer looks and shit. Smart men, when men grow up, they become smarter when they pick women. They not going to pick them. They not going to fuck with them, man. So just think, you got a good possibility of getting the men in their primes. Because once men start getting in their 30s, that's when they really, a lot of them, not all the time, but a lot of them, that's when they start to get in their primes, where they get making the most money and all that. So if you're a woman enhancing your looks and shit, and you learn how to be a wife, perfect. But if you're just a woman who uses looks and sex, that's not going to work with a man in his 30s. Not no grown, mature motherfucker. It's not going to work. She's only going to be able to get the young bucks. Just like a man pulling up on 24-inch rims or something. Sure, a woman might find that appealing, but honestly, solid females that got their careers and shit, you really think that that's gonna be enough? Yeah, when we was 21, maybe. But now in your 30s or 40s, they don't work that way, right? The only option he got is to go get younger women. You know what's gonna happen when he do that. Same thing with the female. So don't get discouraged by it. Just understand what you're dealing with. And if you are a good-looking woman, understand all the fuck you got to do is learn how to add things to who you are as a woman to make a man happy. That's why a lot of y'all are single. You can't figure out why. For one, you like men for the wrong fucking reason, so you pick the wrong one. And for two, you don't offer nothing but looks and sex, and you think that's enough. And it's not, because why? Men got smarter on you. It was enough when you was 21. It was enough then because men was young too. But men get older now. So some of y'all are single. You single in your 30s because in your 20s you didn't. Yeah, you was fine as hell getting all the men, but you didn't learn how to become a great woman to men. And eventually they started to catch on. Men start to catch on at some point. Like, man, it ain't just about looks and sex. It's only the young ones that don't get that yet. Either way, man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Looks and sex don't make a woman a 10. You give a fuck what anybody say. That don't mean that I don't care about looks and sex. I'm just telling you the truth. That enough. That alone ain't enough to make me consider being with a woman and all. That's crazy, because I know better. Why would I settle for less? Ain't nothing like a woman just catering to you. Like this Beyonce song, Cater. Take that song, Beyonce song, and then find one of these bad bitch songs. I don't know the names because I don't even fuck with them. I forget the recent one. I don't know who was in it. But that type of mentality of females versus that type of mentality, which one you want as a man? Just wondering. Because if you pick that bad bitch shit over there, you get everything you deserve, and you're a damn fool. You're an immature person in the mind if you pick that. Ain't no way in hell you want that. You might be in the closet and don't even know if you want that. That's man, masculine, bullshit player shit. Just a female version. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, man. You make these women learn how to become women. That's why y'all can cry until you're blue in the face. But as long as you men keep rewarding them for the bad behavior, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep doing it. Y'all doing what they do, shit on the good women and reward the bad ones. And wonder why they do what they do. They gonna keep doing that shit because y'all reward them. I will never. Not if I see it and sense it, I ain't rewarding you for that shit. Because a lot of them, truth be told, when they focus more on looks, that's because that's all they plan to offer you or have to offer you. Looks and sex, that's all they plan to offer you or have to offer you. They don't plan to cook you no fucking food. They don't plan to do none of that bullshit. That's why they focus so hard on that alone. And if you are a person that allows that alone to be the all be all for you, when you pick a woman, you're playing Russian roulette. Y'all have a good one, man. I gotta get in this back on. I'm ready to go home. Well, go to the gym anyway. But if you look good as a woman, you know everybody seem to like you. You know if you got everybody in your face, that's fine. Whatever. Enhance. Focus more on what makes what a woman is supposed to be for a woman. Focus more on that. But some of y'all hearts are so gone because men have played you. You don't even care about that. You don't even want to be a wife. You want to be a bad bitch and use men as tools. So if that's you, delete or ignore this video because we already know you're done. You're a good girl gone bad and only God can save you. So we already know what time it is with you. But the ones who can't figure out why I look good and I just can't seem to keep a man and shit, find out how to become better for a man. You got the looks. You was blessed with that. Don't let what God gave you go in vain because it could be taken away from you. You know? And if you are a woman who seems like you don't get a lot of options and all that, don't get discouraged. I'm pretty sure you got the other part down pat because you had to make up for it all your life because you maybe lacked in looks for the most part. But just enhance your looks by doing shit gym and all that shit, whatever you can think of, and just keep being a great woman. Just make sure that you give it to a great man that deserves it. I'm out of here.